All right, students and YouTubers and everybody else. I wanted to go over this quickly because my class had some trouble today. It's about time I make one of these. These are our knives. Pretty dull, but pointy. I do want to take a moment just to talk about them. If you hold them in your hand and you say something threatening to someone, they will be treated as a weapon. If you take them out of the classroom, they will also be treated as a weapon. So please think before you act. All right, so I'm going to take this clay here. We are going to cut just a piece off here. Some important things you guys need to know. Okay? Oh, do you see that right there? This is great. See this hole right here? I just cut it here. See that? What this basically is an air pocket. So if somebody didn't need that enough, they just put the clay together and made an air pocket. So if there's an air pocket and it doesn't get filled in, it can explode in the kiln. So remember that, okay? So also, clay, if it's thinner than your pinky, so I'll make a coil here. If it's thinner than your pinky, which this one is just about, then it's gonna be fine. If it's thinner than your pinky, it will most likely be fragile and break because it dries about 20% when it's done. If it's thicker than your thumb, okay, then it will explode. In the kiln, it has a chance to explode because it's too thick to let the moisture in the inside of the clay release. So that would explode unless you had a good old hole dug out of it and it looked like a ball, but it wasn't a ball. So, yes, okay. All right, so a quick thing here. So let's say we want to put two things together. Okay, so we have our two pieces here, and this is attaching. So basically, if you put two pieces and you push them together like this, and like that, and you leave it like that, eventually they're going to dry and fall apart. Okay, so what you need to do is you take a tool. We're going to use a knife here, and we are going to do lots of scratching. Okay, that's what they call it scratching. There's lots of different tools you can use. Some tools do this for you really easily, and some tools like this are just they do it, but not as easily or as efficiently. And you want to do the other side as well, because if you don't, think of it like Velcro. You know that wonderful stuff? Okay, then you're going to take your finger. Notice very little is on the finger here. I'm just put a little bit there, a little bit here. See, the whole clay isn't all shiny. I might go back a little bit here and make sure I got enough in there. And then I take the two pieces, I push them together. See, you can see the little water coming out. That's great. Okay. Now this would be fine, but to make sure it stays in there, especially I think it looks nicer for most projects, you would score the sides or scratch and then fill it in. Use your finger, what have you. This is called slip and score or scratch and score. Really depends on your school. Anywho, so that looks much better on the outside than this does, okay? All right, so what we're doing today is we're gonna try to make a clay amplifier. So you can put a cell phone in it and it will boost the audio. So we're gonna take this here on this board here. If you do it on the table, it'll probably end up staying on the table. Lots of kids have that problem today. Move the water out of the way. If your clay is too dry, there's going to be a problem, or too wet. So if you poke, rub, touch, whatever your clay, it will take out the moisture in the clay. And then it'll start cracking. And that's a problem. We'll take our clay knife here and to see here, I'm going to try to draw out a cone. And I'll take this out. Okay. Take this gently, because it's on the table, it kind of got stuck, just like it should have happened. So that's the edge. That's a pretty good edge. Okay. All right, so we got this here. Excellent. Okay, so I've noticed I've done circular amplifiers, and they work, but they tend to echo. And so on the first day, you're just trying to cut out your shape, because this is called plastic. It's a name for very malleable or easily manipulated clay. And the next stage in clay, when it dries, is called leather hard or cheese hard. Basically, it's like buying a block of cheese at a grocery store that's, you know, usually packaged in half a pound. It's you know, somewhat soft, but mostly hard. You can't really bend it. And that's what this is going to do. Okay, I want to take a little bit of water here. And this clay is pretty wet, just dry enough. I left it out for a while. And so we're going to take this and roll it over here. Now, I'm sensing a little problem here, so what I'm going to do, because the kiln gets pretty darn hot, almost 3,000 degrees, I'm going to put that there. And this is going to help keep its shape. So when I roll this stuff together, entirely sure what I'm going to do with this one. I could go like this and have it stand up somehow and put the phone here, or I could let this harden and then put the phone in here and make a base for this to hold it. But I think overall this is a good shape. Leather hard today. Actually, I'm going to put a paper towel on it like this. So I want to get leather hard today so I can work on it in a few hours. So it's ready for you guys tomorrow. If you're trying to keep it completely dry, I mean not dry, but usable, let's say on the weekend or something, you get wet. See the paper towel here? It's not soaking, but put a paper towel, and put that around your work. More pieces if you need to, and then you take a plastic bag and put it on top, and then you wrap it around, because the air is going to make your clay dry out. So doing this will help out a lot. Just don't make it all glossy and shiny and whatnot. Thanks for watching, and hopefully this turns out and you've learned a little bit. Like, subscribe, comment, and ask me for help.